Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
I'm a relationship hack.
Run up and get touched up, suicide. And all of y'all know my style. I excel, then prevail. Run up and get touched up, suicide, that's it. And all of y'all know my style. I excel, then prevail.
Welcome to jungle.
Beats, pistol, the smoker's Brillo.
Is my mic on?
Pillow. Only dude you see in the streets with no info. Be mad. He said about to put on his knee pads.
Hey, you know what? I'm getting my A&R skills back together. I like introing new records, new artists. Hey, and unlike before, this record is available right now on iTunes. This is my homeboy JT. The record is called Breakdown. Out of the Breakdown, out of the label record. Now let me tell you what's happening with my homeboy James Broadway. I always talk about James Broadway and his production. Wait, do me a favor, bring that back to the top. Just bring it back to the top. Just bring it back, Thor. I bet you if it was Van Halen, you'd have that shit right at the top quick as hell.
You guys can't see, but he does look like Thor. Dang.
Yeah. Hey, man, the dude's name is JT. The label records produced by my homeboy James Broadway. This is what's about to happen. It's available right now on iTunes. Can y'all pull up the iTunes link? Did you already do it? Let me see it one more time. Break it down. Single. JC. Joel Connor. Let me tell you why this is significant. My homeboy, James Broadway, one of the most underrated producers ever. I mean, on par with Dr. Dre on the West Coast. I'm not afraid to say it. Right? He was supposed to be here, but his mom got sick. He'll be here next week. But he's launching a new label platform called The Label Records, where they drop a new record every week. Just a whole new platform, all digital, available everywhere. There's the iTunes link. That's JC. That's the first single. And what he's doing is a single and a video for every artist every week. Crazy. I love it. Start it from the top one more time. I'm sorry. I just want to see if he's good at it.
Just a test.
The classic West Coast. Turn it up real quick. JC.
That ain't got nothing.
Oh yeah, see him skip through my. You see it? I see you, Thor. Thor disrespectful, man. I'm gonna send your ass back to Asgard. All right, I'm back. Hey, that's JC. The link is there. Break it down. iTunes, the label records. Go check him out right now. Check this out. You know what I do. I promote black businesses at the beginning of every show because, God damn it, we're in need of the knowledge of black businesses out there hustling, doing their work. So let's start with Weed Juice. No, let's not start with Weed Juice. He was late today and he didn't bring my favorite. Let's come back.
Is that kind of petty?
It is. I'm Petty LaBelle right now. So let's bring it back, right? And put up my GoFundMe page. I need that GoFundMe page to skyrocket today. We trying the birth of the VOR radio network. My homeboy Kev always tells me not to use the word try, right? We're doing the VOR, the Voice of Reason radio network. And let me thank the 172 people over the span of 30 days who have donated $6,458. There's some people out there who really want to see this thing go down.
What's that link, Zoe? Because I'm going to donate right now.
Oh, see, that's the don't talk about it, be about it action right there. It's www.gofundme.com/Zoe Williams. Let me just go there, go to GoFundMe.com and type in the birth of the VOR radio network. The birth of the VOR radio network on GoFundMe.com. That's how it works. A full functioning multimedia get down. I want to do TV, radio, podcast, the whole monkey knuckle.
Going to do.
And if you've enjoyed this show for the 4 years that it's been in existence for free, Lord have mercy. Jesus, hold on. Y'all need to come in and sanctify yourself and support this movement. Hey, I want to see the donations coming in on my cell phone. Anybody who donates today, I'm shouting you out. I don't care what you donate, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. You know I was paying attention in the second grade when we was doing our fives. You understand? Donate like your lives depended on it. That's all I got to say. Support that. Now, Shepherd Sweets in the building. Dr. G walked in here. I'm telling you, we see things in here that you don't see on the streets. This toffee candy is ignorant. ShepherdSweets.com. Dr. G came in here, good looking, brother.
Donation in, baby.
Donation in. Don't talk about it, be about it. VOR, ZOWHAT Nation. Dr. G came in here and said something that you don't see white people say.
Ooh.
This is a white Jewish man came in and
said,
said,
"Nigga,
oh,
what did
there
he
go
say?"
my crack. What? The fuck?
They're going to take that out of context. I'm
No,
going
they're
to
not.
be really in trouble.
We want to show that the stereotype is wrong. There's white crackheads out here,
Oh, there's a lot of them.
and they want this candy. Shepherd Sweets. Go there right now. Support that business. Shepherd Sweets. Mind-blowing mobiles. If you haven't seen this woman's work, it's a sister. She does the best work in the game, and I'm going to be quite honest. She doesn't charge a lot. I think she undercharges for the quality that she delivers. She undercharges, man. Look at my website. Look at my app. Download it right now. It's on Google Play. It's on the iTunes platform. Zoe Williams, no spaces. iTunes, step up. I got a gang of Android users. iTunes or iPod, iPhone people are lagging behind. That's all I got to say. They lagging behind. But if you want to see her work, download my app and take a look at it right now. I'm telling you, it's amazing work. It's amazing work. Mindblowingmobiles.com. Mobile.com. Go support that woman. Her name is Wanda Trotter. Tell her Zoe Williams sent you for shigadoodles. I'm rocking Power in One. That's what this whole show is about, you know. Power in One. I met with these brothers. They were at the Taste of Soul in L.A.
Yeah.
I've been supporting these guys damn near 5 years. It's their 5-year anniversary.
Dope.
When we brought them on the network, they blew up. Wow. And they've been blowing up ever since. Power in One. I support these guys. You guys should support them too. Somebody in the building right now. John Coleman just donated $50.
There we go.
Whoa.
Jamar Johnson.
That's me right
That's
here.
you sitting in
Nope,
the
no.
Brooks Brothers. I see you. I see you. Don't make me go into the soup game on you. Jamar Johnson just dropped $25. If you want to get shouted out,
just one.
donate right now. Weed Juice is in the building. You know how he get down. This is for skin. Orange, you glad your skin looks great.
That's hilarious.
Orange, apple, carrot, celery, and ginger. This is a curveball right here.
Try that one out.
Right?
How much are those right there? Let me get one of those.
They're free right now,
I
PM.
want to support.
That's what. Hey,
I'm trying to support.
this man right here knows how to do it. Let's see. Digestion, tropical pear, pineapple, pear, apple, ginger, mint. That's how that works.
Okay.
Pass it up.
There's a sister that came with this brother right here.
Lisa.
When I tell you Lisa's book is for real, her name is Lisa Puerto. I think I got it right. Puerto. Lisa Puerto. Real Estate 101, the team home buying experience. This is a real estate book for kids
That's dope.
that teaches the principles of real estate. Do you know how, man, if you don't get to Amazon.com right now and slap your wallet, everybody should cash mob this woman right now. Support this book right now. You can't tell me this ain't important, especially for the African American community
Absolutely.
who don't have generational wealth in the
Absolutely.
form of homes to pass down.
Hello.
Come on. Real Estate 101, the teen home buying experience, Lisa Puerto.
I can read that to my daughter.
Dr. G, tell them, man. Tell them what you do. Tell them why they should get this book. By the way, this is my favorite Dr. G book. Don't play yourself. Get
out of your
Dr.
own
G's
way.
book. Get out of your own way. That book right there is hot
check
monkey
this
lava.
out. Yeah, check this one out at Amazon. It's actually in the top 5 self-help books for the last 10 years, and I get letters every week from people in jail and prison. I don't know how the book found its way, and but
You
the
know how it got there.
The letters are. No, I didn't send them, but the letters are heart-wrenching. I mean, people saying, "Boy, if I had read some of this stuff, I might not be here." And this book is on listening, something that we kind of forego on this show. We listen to you, but we don't listen to each other.
Stop.
And
No,
the show
stop.
is also about how do I deal with my colleagues here, talking to crazy. How do you deal with irrational and impossible people in your life?
So we're irrational and
So
impossible. That's
I
cool.
come
I
here
got
to
you.
start the
That's cool.
week, getting all pumped up about that. And if you have anybody who's driving you crazy, if you have anybody coming over for the holidays, and they won't do you the good fortune of dying before they get there, this will also teach you how to deal with them.
Well, damn, Doc. Okay, cool. There's only 160 physical copies of these that remain. The Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing When Exiting a Toxic Relationship. If you want a physical copy of my book, all you got to do is go to my website, IamZoeWilliams.com. Order today. I mail it out tomorrow. I got T-shirts. Go to my website, IamZoeWilliams.com. Support the ZOWHAT movement. Get a ZOWHAT T-shirt. I got you. And then my brother is in the building right now. Bro, what do we have? That crack is retarded.
What is this?
Yeah, it's crack. That's
Oh
what
my
it is.
God.
Y'all in here fucking around. That's
I'm trying to get-
that's the pistachio.
This is-
Yeah, that's the. Yeah, you don't want no crack. I know. You
Self-control.
probably was on that shit before.
Self-control, get out of here.
You just got off of it.
Man.
Where you? Tell them what you supporting, man.
Thomas T.J. Lofton in the building.
Thomas T.J. Lofton
That's
in the building.
Loftin.
Got his own little camera crew in here on the G side of the game. Tell him what you do, man.
Business owner turned around and said, "Let me help my people start their own businesses." So
Okay.
we should be buying land and building houses. I made the DVD to tell us how to do that. Gave us the lecture. Don't go trying to recreate the wheel. Come get the DVDs. I got DVDs on business, land development, manufacturing, just everything it takes to start your business. I'm giving
Website.
ThomasTJLofton.com.
One more time.
ThomasTJLofton.com.
You the man with the answers.
Yes, sir.
Fucking Swiss Army knife over here. If you need help, this dude got the tool for you. Is that what it is?
That's exactly what it
A
is.
Swiss Army knife. You want a life coach that can hack your life? He can do it.
Checking out
What's the
that site.
website? One more time.
ThomasTJLofton.com.
Don't talk about it, be about it. Cash Mob Mondays. Go Cash Mob, the GoFundMe campaign, the T-shirts, the books, all of the products that we have supported here today. And when we come back, today's topic, up against your neck. ZOWHAT in the building, Zena.tv. We'll be back in 2.2.
Nobody give a damn about this show. Did you see that 58 Chevy convertible?
Relationship Dismount is a book that I created. It's a breakup and makeup book. But what's interesting about this particular book is I used gymnastics to come up with a concept based off of sticking the landing. Everybody knows that in a gymnast's routine, one of the most important and crucial to the success of that routine is how they end it, how they finish it. And I decided to come up with the concept of relationship dismount using this metaphor. Sticking the landing, how you end it is how you begin it moving forward. So we wanted to take that metaphor and really expound on it in the context of intimate relationships.
Jason Stewart here for Zinna TV. On the show Absolutely Jason Stewart every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Big guests, everyone from the gayest to gay to the straightest to straight. David, what was his name?
He's absolutely Jason. He's absolutely gay. He'll absolutely brighten up.
And it's Mary Carey, of course, Politically Naughty with Mary Carey.
I'm always naughty. I'm always politically. My behavior is always politically
naughty.
I'm never politically correct. Dr. Drew, hi. Oh, I'm so.
Guys, how are you?
It's all teary-eyed, Doctor.
I know. She wished she could live at rehab.
But only if Dr. Drew's there. Obviously, if someone like, you know, because a little too groping might be inappropriate. But I like the flirting and stuff.
When I walked in, you shoved my head in your.
No! Are you gonna sue me?
Get Politically Naughty with Mary Carey, Mondays at 4 p.m.
Why is a white guy like me co-hosting a black radio show? I think toxic relationships cause you to take poor care of yourself. That if you can recognize danger, if you can pause, if you can take some breaths, refocus, and engage, you might be able to dodge a bullet that you're going to send or coming towards you. One of the things that men don't get is that often women need to vent first to clear their mind. So today's show is, why does the world rubberneck violence in blacks and ignore violence in whites? It's like they rubbernecking an accident and they're drawn to it. Why is that? There's a theme that I've talked about, and I'm going to restate it here. I think one of the problems for the black community is that whites project on blacks the anger. Whites project on blacks the anger that they would feel if they were treated as poorly. So whites keep looking at blacks, waiting for them to be angry and frustrated, and as soon as you show the least bit of frustration, they say, oh, see, I told me so, and I can preemptively protect myself by killing your sorry behind. And until whites realize that they project on blacks all this anger that they would feel if they were so treated, the problem is going to stay there, and it's going to be a challenge because almost nobody is willing to own up to the stuff they project on other people.
Wow.
That's
Hey.
nail on the head right there.
Well, that brings us into today's topic. We're not going to say it as politically correct as the doc just said it. Today's topic is blackface. America's preferred face of violence and criminality. A deeper look at the marginalization of white crimes and violence. You see what's going on right now. Donald Trump's sorry ass been sorry. But because he wealthy and white and male, gets to enjoy white privilege and white wealth, and his criminality and his violence gets marginalized. Who's the most vilified man on planet Earth? Public Enemy didn't name their group Public Enemy #1 accidentally. But white men get to do the most heinous shit in the world and still get to climb the ladder of success. This dude is running for president. And he, put it this way, he passed the race part in the sense of, dude, we know what your role is. Your role is to look like shit so they can get this woman in. This show, you may think, is about white criminality, but it's really about stereotyping. You feel me? How so, Zoe? It's real simple. Just like it's hard for middle America to wrap their head around a super intelligent black man who ain't never been in trouble, that is more eloquent and more educated than you, it's hard for white America to say, I can vote for him. You know, intelligence produces insecurity in dumb people.
Oh, yeah.
Intelligence is a form of violence. So when Barack was running in 2000, it felt violent that there's a man that's black, more polished, more educated, more articulate, just altogether better than you. I can't vote for him. So guess what? They had to create some bullshit niggas for him to run against. Some cornballs. So the same plan is in place for Hillary Clinton.
In the reverse.
Yeah.
In the reverse.
Yep.
You know how many stereotypes there are about women? She too emotional. She on her period. She gonna cause a war when she's on her cycle.
That's it.
Women are not good leaders.
We can only depend on her for 3 weeks out of the month.
Right. So guess what? She gotta run against garbage in order for people to go, oh, well, shit, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's if she was good. It would be easier if Michelle Obama was running.
Oh, yeah.
Because her character is intact. Her history is intact.
That's
her
why
resume
she's not running.
I don't
is
think so.
intact.
I don't think so, bro.
They would attack her blackness
Bro,
for sure,
are
just
you
like they
fucking
did.
kidding me?
Just like they did her husband.
Are you
But the point that I'm making is, hear my point first, and then give me your counter.
If Michelle's
You
was,
don't want to hear it?
Okay. Yeah.
I see you still edging in.
Okay,
It's cool.
yes. Go ahead.
Please.
I apologize.
The line is behind you.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Oh! The line is behind you.
It's not all
So-
white people listen.
But no, hear what I'm saying. I'm talking about in terms of dirt.
Oh, yeah.
When
If there
you
was
see
some-
Hillary dirty than a motherfucker. But they needed somebody dirtier than her to play fullback and open up the hole so she can get through that first line of defense.
It's a dope analogy.
I told people a long time ago, Hillary Clinton gonna be the president. So ask yourself a question, guys, and then I'm gonna throw it to the panel. Did Donald Trump's barbarism, disrespect of women, take Bill Cosby off the hook? Ooh. Speak on it!
It took him out of the dragon's eye.
Speak on it, Jeff!
It took him out of the dragon's eye, but it's fine for him to be out of the dragon's eye because
For now.
mission accomplished. Mission accomplished.
Sooner than
Okay, here come this nigga here again.
This nigga here.
Talking about legitimately buying a network. We weren't having it the first time. We're not having it this time. All that's accomplished. He's got everybody forgetting his accomplishments. He's got everybody is ignoring that Quaaludes were the Mollies of the day. Attention, ladies who say that Bill Cosby molested or raped you or sexually assaulted you. Here's why you lack credibility. You sound like somebody calling the police because a dope deal went bad. See, both of y'all was guilty. There's not a human being with a television who in the 70s did not know that I have 5 children. Everybody knew he was married. Everybody knew. And so did you, okay? He didn't catch you in an alley and fuck you. You made sure your bra and panties matched on the way to go fuck Bill. And that's why you lose credibility. He was not wearing a ski mask, bitch. You knew it was Bill. You knew it was Mongo Slade. You knew exactly who you was fucking. And I hope you don't like me. My name's Jeff Brown, and fuck you.
Oh, we got to get the woman in on this. Whitney Tabor has joined the cipher today.
Man. Hey guys.
Whitney, don't let Jeff do that.
All right, look,
Don't let
I'm
him
not
do
gonna do. Okay, I get what Jeff is saying, low key, because I mean, real talk. He was the LeBron James. He was the Kobe Bryant of his time. You know, Bill. So he was kind of killing the game. And there's like this and girls know this. There's kind of like this unspoken. Maybe it needs to be spoken.
Tell me, Whitney.
You feel me? There's a little bit of like when you get like the tax bracket, once you get up to that level, kind of like Donald Trump said, you can grab pussies at this level. When you get up there money-wise, you feel me? So I feel like a lot of people forget about that when money comes into play. It's realistically, I don't really think it's the color of your skin.
So you're saying the rules are a little looser for dudes that are breaded up?
Well, and that's the thing, it's not, I don't think it's
Turn the shoulders up. You idiot.
I mean, I'm not saying that it's right, but I think the way that this society has like groomed everybody, not just women, yeah, that's the unspoken agreement where if I make enough money, I can grab your pussy and you can't say anything because guess what? I'm gonna hire a lawyer and get out of it anyway.
Because it's interesting that all this shit has been out there about Trump for a long time, and it's only being used to his detriment because he's running against Hillary. If he wasn't running against Hillary, would anybody give a fuck?
A question. Is anybody else snowed by this whole grab them by the pussy concept? Okay, he's not grabbing women by the pussy through trial and error. Okay, he know who pussy to grab. I bet he ain't grabbed Michelle's pussy.
Yeah.
No, he knows who. That's why nobody ain't been no 56 women come forth and say Trump grabbed my pussy. You know why? Because some of y'all put a leg up on a stool so he could grab your pussy. You know who pussy to grab. Just that's Bow Wow. That's just some dog shit, okay? Coming from, I've had more pussy than Nickelback's drummer. And I am telling you that, and I am no Trump supporter. I don't believe in voting. I don't believe in any of this shit. It is a big fucking charade, okay? I don't believe in Hillary. I'm not willing to ignore the string of dead bodies. I'm not willing to ignore that you laid next to the man who incarcerated more black men in human history than anybody else. So you not my president. You not my, and I'm a United States Marine. So I'm a black man. Nobody's more patriotic than black veterans because we go and fight your enemies and then you treat us like shit when we get back.
Absolutely.
So fuck all that. I just spot out the bullshit, and the bullshit is that Trump is this fucking Frankenstein that nobody built. You motherfuckers built him.
Absolutely.
And now you gonna back away from him. Fuck you, Republicans. Fuck you. Their word of the day is fuck you. From
Dr. G, is the black man the most frightening man to Jewish people or white people? I mean, like, I want to know your experience. When you guys see the average black man, give us the insight on how you see each other. Because you guys remember...
I think we're less afraid than a lot of other white people. And I think the reason...
say more.
No, and I think the reason...
To that too.
And I don't... because Jews have been prejudiced against, but they came together, and the reason they did so well in the banks is because they were kicked out of the unions, kicked out of the mines, kicked out of labor like that. But one of the things that they do is they're willing to think through things, and so
you're saying they're smarter than everybody?
No, they're just. No, I think anyone who exercises I think anyone who exercises their ability to think has the potential to be smarter than people who don't. And I think if you're a thoughtful person, you have the chance to look at evidence, to sort through things, and to be less prejudiced, than
I
other
hope
people.
y'all listening. Okay. I really hope y'all listening to what's being said and what's not being said. Jeff, go ahead.
Okay. To their credit, I think
their or y'all.
To y'all's credit, the thing that I am most impressed about with Jews is that it is mathematically, socially, and physically impossible to fuck with one Jew.
Ooh.
You fucking with them all.
All of them.
You fucking, let me bust Dr. G in the face. I'm through in Hollywood. I might
It's
as well
over.
move to fucking Cleveland. Because they don't fuck around, okay?
You can't even move to Cleveland.
Jews are so
dude,
Jews are so gangster. Jews are so gangster. People are afraid to compliment them. Do you know how to compliment them as Jews? Man, Jews are good with money. What the fuck you saying? That I give you.
What you mean?
Hey, just you're saying that, I just got 10 texts. If my Jewish friends can come in the front door.
Yeah, they're pressing the button. They're like, "You want us to press a button on him?" No.
Hey,
Okay.
Doc, remember about the jokes. It's not
Yeah,
your lane.
you might want to stay out of my lane. Yeah, stay out of my lane, pimp. I got that. When it come to the jokes, I'm fucking this cat. You just hold his tail. Now, the thing that Jews do not have, even in their Holocaust, is they were never stripped from their language. They were never stripped from their religions. Whoa. They were never stripped from their heritage. They were never told, they were never pitted against one another. Oh, they were treated like shit. They were put in ovens. They were
It wasn't
burned.
light-skinned and dark-skinned
No,
Jews.
they said, all y'all Fromsteins, all y'all. Okay, yes, all of you. Before you don't think that's a hustle? When you come here, I'm gonna change my name to a precious metal. That's that dope shit right
Goldstein.
there.
Silverstein.
Silverstein, yeah. I'm thinking
Shit,
about doing it. I'm going to be Jeff Aluminumberg. I'm going to change my shit. So when you say they come together and they think about their problems.
Copperstein.
They've been allowed to Copperfield. They've been allowed to come together. Okay?
Absolutely.
If you work in a building right now, and 3 niggas go get some water together, some white boy want to figure out what they talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just white people's fault. Niggas love not having secrets. We want to be included so bad that we're happy. We're happy when you come over. It's like I'm gonna throw this in. I'm done. You stupid. With regard to our culture, Eminem is in an interracial relationship with our culture.
Ooh, shit.
Vanilla Ice just came over and raped it.
Ugh. Elvis did the same thing.
Elvis just bent your mama over and raped her in front of you.
Fuck the soul.
What about Justin Bieber?
Another ass raper.
Cultural ass raper. Listen, we're about to take a quick break.
And fuck you.
Zena.tv is the only place you can see the ZOWHAT morning show. It's turned up. Let me just ask this question real quickly. When will moderate whites condemn dangerous white culture?
Woo!
We got to figure it out. Black people ain't the only villains in America, and some of the biggest villains in America look like the motherfucker next door, right? That white boy next door cutting his lawn with the picket fence. Got 17 children in the basement. You don't even know about it. I'm just saying.
In pickle jars.
In pickle jars. Jesus Christ. Hey, continue donating. I'm shouting people out when I come back from break. The birth of the VOR network on GoFundMe. Donate today. We're trying to hit this goal. We'll holler at you in a second. Turn that up.
Hi, I'm Rob Schneider. Hey guys, what's up? This is Matt McAndrew. Hey everyone, I'm Tyler Oakley.
And I'm Corey Cool.
Hi, I'm Martha Madison.
This is Slink Johnson, aka Black Jesus, BKA Godzilla Lungs.
Hello, I'm Aaron Roberts.
Yeah, what's up? This is Craig Wayans.
Hi, this is Brad Williams, and as you can tell, I have never gotten high.
Speedy Don.
And I am the fabulous Stephen King.
What's good? It's your boy Marcus Park, man. We keeping it lit.
I'm Money B.
What's up, y'all? This is Crazy Bone in the building.
And it's your boy Street Symphony, and you're watching.
Did you know that 67% of American women are size 14 and above?
You mean they look like this?
Yeah, girl.
So then where are we in television and film?
And where are we in fashion magazines and clothing stores?
Yeah.
So we want to help out entertainment and fashion and media. Catch the F up. Watch us on Plus This.
Live.
Every Thursday
at 7 p.m.
on Zena TV.
ocean and grew legs and they started walking and the apes climbed down from the
Calling the meek and the humble. Welcome to jungle.
Beats, pistol, the smoker's Brillo, the girl's pillow. Only dude you see in the streets with no info. Be mad, he said, about to put on his knee pads. G-class, we laugh the kids with a free pass. Heat rash to a hater, death to a perpetrator. Euthanasia, you basking, I'm robbing for the flavor. The paper, what it don't do. Becky come through, expect me to pay up and get hit with none fool. You get none fool, gumshoe, for what do? Columbo on the raggedy flow. Nigga 1-2, hard days, taught me about stretching the buck. I used to hustle the man on the ice cream truck. What? Break it down like shit, break it down like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ZOWHAT Morning Show on Zinna.tv. That's ZINNA.tv. I'm shouting folks out. Jesus, the Messiah, just donated $20 to the
Jesus?
VOR.
Wait a minute.
The dude's name is Christos Perry. Christos Perry just donated $20.
Perry.
Christos is Greek for Christ.
Yeah, but
the
Perry,
anointed one.
Perry is just Perry, though.
He came back in a gangster family.
Okay.
An Italian family.
Okay, Jesus gave somebody some money?
Jesus gave money.
That's backwards, ain't
Yeah, Christos Perry just dropped $20 on the Birth of the VOR Network. Go to GoFundMe right now. I will shout you out. Don't be stingy. Let's get this label, this internet, this whole media thing we trying to do off the ground. Let's do it right now. Back to the topic. Blackface. Is that the only criminal we got on planet Earth? Is the black man? You mean to tell me other races aren't as violent and aren't as criminal-minded as niggas?
Nope. We're the worst.
It's the birth of a nation all over again. You see how they portrayed the African-American male in the birth of a nation? He was starving, a crack fiend, a bug-eyed crack fiend for white yoni berries, right? And the hero of the movie was the first terrorist group to ever be formed. The KKK were the men in white. You know, whenever you wear white, you're the good guy. They had on hoodies looking for crazed black man for black cooter or for white cooter. Tell the truth.
That's actually backwards.
You trying to tell me white cooter ain't craving black schlong?
Oh yeah.
Huh?
They made their first mistake letting us get off. They made their first mistake letting us get off the slave ships naked.
Because you know the white women were like, ha!
God damn.
God damn it, Bobby Joe.
Now, I hope they brought some food, whatever they grow that thing. What are you feeding that thing?
White cooter.
Yeah. A very healthy diet of white vagina.
I'm just saying, we've got to take over the narrative of black criminality. Listen, thug is the new word for nigga. Criminal is the new word for nigga. But we see people like Donald Trump running for president, and he's done even more vile things. So my question now, when do we get white moderates to step in and say, my reality, which is normal to me, is offensive, is disrespectful, and on autopilot marginalizes people of color? Now, Jeff will say, we don't need them to do that.
No, you're exactly right.
Right?
You're reading my mind.
But I'm going to tell you right now, they're the dominant culture. They're the dominant society that controls all the purse strings until they fucking destroy the dollar, which is coming. But they're the dominant society. And as long as you got black people willing to barter integrity for money, I don't know if I said something. Jeff, speak on it, man.
Oh,
I don't know if I said
you
something.
gonna bust me in the mouth and then tell me to talk?
Yeah,
Oh, God.
that's
Me and Zoe go around about this even when we're off the air. We have $1.2 trillion that we throw around willy-nilly. Black people are obsessed.
Willy and nilly?
Yes, willy and nilly.
They still together?
I think they're not going to die out for another 50 or 60 years or so. We are obsessed with buying shit that ain't worth shit on the way out the store. And unless and until we can figure out that we are supposed to pool our money and financially choke the sweet shit out of people who offend one of us, because that's exactly what I dare you, Coca-Cola. I dare you, Pepsi, Firestone, any big Walmart. I dare you to be the sponsor of a show that does anything remotely anti-Semitic and see what the fuck happens. Because they don't play that shit. Black people are on some whine, march, repeat type shit.
Wow.
And until we get off of that and figure out that there's no white man coming to save you, there's no vote, there's no, when you go in a little booth and close it, you might as well keep the fucking curtain open. That shit's not going to help you. You want to vote? Go in your pocket and find that money. Find somebody black to give it to.
So here's a plug I always give every time Jeff brings it up. If you're black and you have money in the stock market, now many blacks don't have that, but if you have money in the stock market, if you want to get the rest of the world to listen to you, what you all do is come together and you short Walmart. That means you're going to bet on it going down, and then you all boycott Walmart. Go to Target, go somewhere else. But if you all did that, if you shorted the stock and didn't shop there, the price would go down.
Absolutely.
And at the next price earnings conference, there would be a little bit of panic, and you'd get a little bit of respect, and you'd make money beating the white people at their own game.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Whitney?
Let's get that. I'm ready to do that now. So I've finished Walmart about 2 times in the past 7 years. So I'm already boycotting that shit. So I'm ready for that.
Jamar?
Yeah, well, so I was going to say, a couple months back, we started doing the whole let's boycott Target and Coca-Cola. And it was a text that went around. We kept it off Facebook, off social media, because you know they can block stuff.
Right.
And there was never any outcome of what happened. No one knows, did the stock price change? There was no organization. So one of the issues that we have is we can do things on a big scale like that, but who's gonna organize and keep track of it? Because that's a lot of people.
Nobody has to. Okay, here's the problem.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Wait, let this brother speak, then Jeff, come on through.
Yeah.
Every day, Fry's Electronics sends me an email. 48-inch TVs, $99. Y'all don't think that shit ain't working? Buy Black is working. Every time I turn around, I go into a store, I see stuff, I be like, damn, I didn't come to buy that, but that shit is cheap. They trying to bait us back. They dropping their prices down. Just pay attention. Look around.
And listen. You see that candy? That candy is crack. Anything with a white man's brand on it is crack to an empty, culturally empty black person with some money in his pocket. I'm sorry.
Most shit of value to black people is because white people like it.
Do you understand? Like, listen, let me just say this. Let me tell you how brilliant the game is. I got to clap and applaud the white man for this. They're going to be the moral authority while playing the villain at the same time, meaning they're going to set up the infrastructure of society to take advantage of who you've become while being here. Now watch this.
Damn.
Do you see how brilliant this shit is?
Absolutely.
They're going to judge you, right, while creating who you are.
Don't ever talk to me while I'm high.
I'm just saying.
Holy shit.
Right? And it's genius the way it goes down. We're not going to ever acknowledge any of the bullshit that we've done to create you.
Yep.
But we will berate you and grade you based off of your behavior. Nobody will say, well, damn, you think it was kind of fucked up testing on black people at Tuskegee? You think it was kind of fucked up dropping the first bomb ever on Tulsa? You think it was kind of fucked up that you created COINTELPRO and killed all of the Panthers and killed Malcolm and killed Martin? Do you think black people are somehow traumatized just living in this motherfucker? We didn't even get back to slavery yet. Do you think? No, we're not even going to deal with any of that. We're just going to judge you based off of what you do now.
So that's where you and I are at loggerheads. Fuck what they want to do. Fuck the word boycott. I'm so through with that word.
What you going to do about it?
Dude, I'm already doing it. Okay? The word boycott means, I'm not going to fuck with you until you do blank. Right. No. Right. I'm not fucking with you for what would Florida have done if as a nation we told them, look, you can do what you want to with Trayvon, but if you do this wrong, we're going to shut down sports. No one will play for or against any Florida teams. Fuck orange juice. We're gone. Mm-hmm. We're gone. We are gone. We are going to choke the life out of you. There is no business other than maybe making and dry cleaning Klan robes that can exist without black people in this country. Absolutely. But you dumb motherfuckers don't get that. You can't wait. And that's who I'm talking to you. The dude that can't wait to do, I'm the only nigga on the block. That dude, the dude with the socially acceptable afro and no mustache. You, until we get everybody to figure out that we are all together, until we start looking at us the way the Klan looks at us, which is together. There are no Dominicans. There are no... do you think that the Klan looks at El DeBarge any different than they do Seal? No! That's your shit. And until you drop that shit, we're fucking doomed.
Whitney and Doc. Jeff, stupid.
I second that. I think I'm more Jeff's team than I get what you're saying, Zoe. I get that they're just smoothing over all of the hurt. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a broken arm. Like, hey, we just cut your arm off. Let's put a Band-Aid on it and put a cool shirt over it and just pretend it didn't happen. That doesn't work. But
you're bleeding on my sofa.
Yeah, can you get your shit off my white sofa because you're bleeding on it? But I'm more team Jeff as far as the action. Like, I get what Zoe's saying, but I don't need your guys' approval. I don't give a shit about what you got going on. Let me learn, like, get a hop on Dr. G. Let me learn about what happened. Let me learn from the mistakes. And then Africa don't want us anymore either because you guys kidnapped us from there. So why don't we just, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I'm out.
That's untrue.
No, but yeah. I think she brings up a good point.
Hell yeah, they want
I think she brings up a good point.
Because we have money because we're from America. I don't think they want
No, that's not just why.
They need the knowledge.
Have you been?
Just give me this shit. No. But
give me this shit.
Look,
I love it.
Hold up. But no, I mean, but Africans that I have met from, that are here have been like, nah, you're not a part of us. You ain't. So I'm like,
that's true too.
Okay.
That's true.
No. She got a point there. She got a point there. The ones that come here, you motherfuckers are lazy.
Yeah.
You are the laziest motherfuckers I've ever met in my life.
Hold on, Jeff.
But look at.
But wait, there are some Africans, first and second generation, that have been here that don't have that accent,
right?
But still hold that sentiment.
Yeah, because that's what they were raised on.
Now, just remember, there's a couple of things happening over there and over here. Still got to do with white framing of civilization, either through the church, right, or through customs. There are a lot of people who want their citizenship and get indoctrinated by the American Customs Service saying, don't interact or interface with African Americans.
Right. It's true. Everybody. It's true.
Yeah.
They're trouble.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. Right.
So there's a couple of dynamics that are going on that I don't blame the brothers over there
for.
I
don't.
But again, when the dollar dominates the globe, you get to barter integrity and cohesion and organization for money, for status. So a lot of people over there saying, well, this motherfucking dirt hut is about done. Not saying that all Africans live in dirt huts, because there's major cities over there.
Yes.
But the level of success over here trumps the over there's all over the world.
Yes.
There's motherfuckers in France going, I need to get over to New York.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I need to get to Los Angeles.
I need to go. Yeah.
Okay, you guys.
You guys. What?
Uh-oh.
Shit, Doc. You and your
Cut his-
racism.
Cut his mic off. Cut his mic off.
I like
Okay, I'm in a group of very smart people right now.
You better know it. Okay.
So answer this for me.
Yes.
Black people will only come together in a sustained way when what?
Okay, stop. Think about it. Going to break. Coming back. Zena.TV, ZOWHAT Mornings. You know how we do, bitches! Blackface, we'll be back.
Do you have an amazing Lemmy story for me?
An amazing one? Everything he does is amazing. The guy puts snarl in the metal. Come on.
Big heart. Love that guy. That guy was the real deal in every way. Lemmy was just a class act. So thank you, Lemmy.
No way I was gonna miss tonight's tribute to the Lemmeister, man.
Let's hear it for Lemmy!
Scream for Lemmy!
Can you feel the energy in the room? Lemmy lives on.
God bless Lemmy, and he will live on through all of us.
To the spirit and memory of Lemmy! Long live Lemmy, my brothers and sisters.
What it do? Is your man Money B from Digital Underground asking everybody to check out the Going Way Back show, your home for classic hip-hop, raw and uncut. Join me
and me, DJ Always,
as well as Ty Teasy, bringing you the old school new news every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here
on T Radio V.
That's right, Radio MTV.
Man, that beat is hot. Who did that? Oh, me.
That's right. You made a beat for me. Remember that? Remember that beat you made?
That's exactly right. Let's talk about that beat after this
All right,
rant.
let's go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I saw this. I can't take credit for it. I saw it on my Facebook timeline. Trump is everything that is wrong with our culture. Hillary is everything that is wrong with our politics. I only feel sorry for the people who think that their vote means anything in the face of the Electoral College, in the face of the dude who stood up in front of Congress and in front of a grand jury and said that he was the one who devised the system to make a vote 51% over 49, and he did it for a crime because he said it right there in your face. To the people who, so our people have fought and bled and died for this opportunity. Well, where are we now? How much progress have we really made? How much pressure do we put on our athletes? How much pressure do we really put on the sports teams? Fuck the athletes. Fuck the athletes. Let's talk about the Jerry Joneses of the world. How much pressure do we put on them to go, look, Jerry, most of your players come from hoods all over the country. You're not responsible for hoods all over the country. You're responsible for the hoods in Dallas. And 10% of your gross revenue will go to the hoods in Dallas, or we will stop playing for you or against you for 6 generations, 100 years. And anybody who does the opposite, we will turn our backs on. Until we can do shit like that, that shit counts. This vote, I'm sorry, voting ain't gonna do a fucking thing, and shit's gonna get a lot worse. Whichever one of these two people who has been selected for you, they are selected to bring the next level wave of bullshit, okay? Now, this level includes mass graves. It includes an over-militarizing of local police. There's no coincidence there. That is also linked to how many medians are in your neighborhoods now. You know, the cement in the middle of the street? That's not just to keep traffic going that way and that way. That makes it easier when they institute martial law to keep you ants going where they want you ants to go. There is not going to be any simple solution to this. The Underground Railroad was not sponsored by Nike. This shit is going to be difficult and bloody and dangerous. It's not just going to be black people. When black people were on the Underground Railroad, so to speak, they were going to white folks' houses, okay? Though there are white people who exist who know better than this bullshit. What's holding it all together is the ignorant-ass white people that don't know, the white people that can barely spell Republican that are. Yeah, him, Jim Bob. Jim Bob. Once Jim Bob figures out that you're fucking him worse than you're fucking us, that's when it really comes unglued. I'm done.
Wow.
Hey, Jeff, great.
What the I see a human being when you do that. I see a human. I see that guy.
You know, that's a great rant.
It is.
But Dr. G hit us upside the dome piece on his way home from Jones Beach before we went to break with a hell of a question. Doc, restate the question, man.
Okay, so the question I asked everybody here is, black people will come together as a unit and support each other in a sustained way, not just over some weekend and then they disperse or they get arrested.
The regular
black people will come together in a sustained way and support each other when what? What's your best answer?
Well, a short one sentence answer is when they have no other choice. Right now, we have an overabundance of choices.
My man.
And you know, if you can make $110,000 as a black person, you feel like, hey, you know what? I can pull myself out the hood. So what the shit that happens there ain't gonna affect me.
Never.
But you're wrong about that, because guess what? Driving while black is still a real thing. You know what I mean? And if you have a nice car in a nice neighborhood, but you're the only black person there, you're targeted. You're targeted socially. You're targeted economically. You're targeted by the police. And I have a brother who's a detective in New York City, and he tells me why they profile and how they profile. And when it's the end of the month, we need to get quotas up. It doesn't matter. There was a woman who was a Wall Street executive, black woman in New York City. She got arrested and put into a mental institution for 6 days, right? While driving her 2003 BMW, because she was smart enough to buy a car, right? An old nice car and not a new nice car. And they're like, bitch, this can't be your car. And they put her in a mental institution. So we got to
crazy as hell for driving this car.
So my answer, I think black people come together when they have no other choice, which is coming soon, like Jeff said. And I'm a former Marine as well. Hoorah, Devil Dog. Simplified. And here's what I'll say. My answer comes from a combination of 3 books that I read that really changed my mind.
Those books are?
Post-Traumatic Slavery Syndrome. Joy DeGruy. You got to read.
Oh,
you
Joy.
got Joy.
Joy. Shout out to Joy.
Right? So,
she was on the show.
So when you understand that there's trauma within your body that goes back generations, you're going to start to then put into perspective how some of the behaviors you're doing and actions you're doing are based on those traumas. So understanding your past is important. Then I would say white black liberals and white rednecks. Reading that particular book taught me how the stuff that we see happening in the ghetto was just us copying the rednecks that came over from the poor parts of Europe, came over here. We're just copying their behavior. We're just patterning after them in the hood and in the ghetto. So reading that book changed my mind, right? Then the last book I would say is a book that changed my mind. It's called The Go-Giver. So we try to teach each other to be go-getters, right? Go get it, right? What you need to do is go give. What I mean by that is you need to have more empathy for your fellow black man than any other person. That means we know we are difficult. I was at Taste the Soul, right? I was out there with my firm. We are out there trying to connect to the black community, right?
Yes, sir.
And some people come by and they're just looking for freebies. They're looking for handouts, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Let's be patient in dealing with everyone, no matter how difficult they. And it's something you said before, Zoe. You said we need to give our black businesses a chance to make mistakes and recover from.
Sir.
We need to give feedback. We need to say we're gonna keep coming here no matter what. We believe in this. We need more black businesses because guess what? Besides the federal government, we are the only ones who will hire each other consistently.
Right. Yes, sir.
So we need to come together like we got no other choice.
Joe,
and it's coming soon. Oh yeah.
You know what?
Oh yeah.
Hey, I got that right here.
Hey, wait.
We need to come.
Tell them what your firm is one more time.
So my firm is New York Life, and the reason why I'm with this firm is because out of all of the Fortune 100 companies, this is the only company that has an African American empowerment program designed to send $50 billion of wealth to the African American community every 5 years by ensuring that at least 200,000 families are covered with $250,000 of coverage.
Tell them where you were educated.
Auburn University.
War Eagle.
War Eagle.
Sorry.
War Eagle. War Eagle. But the movement has to come because we got to use, like he was saying with his businesses, we got to use businesses and the financial tools that were not available to us for about 400 years. We got to start using these things to leverage for legacy. It's on you.
What's going to bring us together is already happening.
It is.
Every time someone gets shot dead in the street, they coming back right now saying, I got people, the 1%ers calling me, hey, TJ, what do we got to do to start some businesses? How much do I need to send down there? I'm like, dude, do you care? He like, yeah. They're fucking with us up here too. Look what happened to Dr. Drake getting stopped at in front of his house.
And it's his own house.
In front of his multi-million-dollar. Yeah, in front of his house. So people, a lot of people that I've never talked to that really don't want nothing to do with anything are calling, asking, well, how can I help now? This is pretty fucked up. What's going on? It's seeming to affect me.
Jeff, how do you answer that question? And then Whitney.
Well, you already know. Kind of the same.
Hey, is there some Damien music or The Exorcist? Because here we go, Jeff.
Kind of a rougher version of exactly what you said when they have no choice. My vision of no choice is a collapsed dollar, anarchy, and everybody not white with a weapon chasing everybody black. That's you don't have a choice now.
Yeah.
That same multi-million-dollar house you just bought in Valencia, you on the 5 running your ass back over to King's Manor in Pasadena because this nigga's over there. Right. Until, and it's sad. It is sad, but it is because most black people do not worship God. They worship money.
You're right.
Is it that you're, all the and shout out, I ain't mad at you, R. Kelly, I'm just saying. All the biblical rules that R. Kelly broke were okay because of how much money he makes and the fact that he makes that music that puts you in the trance.
No mind telling me no.
All that shit.
Stop,
okay?
Stop.
Why does your mind have to tell you no to fuck a grown woman? Mine never has.
Wow.
To answer Dr. G's question, honestly, I'm going to have to just go with, I don't know if there's going to be people like, I'm gonna say it, black people really do like playing the victim. I'm sorry, I'm gonna kind of just slap us all in the face one time until these leaders right here, want to educate the younger. These millennials don't care about nothing but sipping lean, fucking hoes, and getting money. Like that's literally the only thing they don't care as long as their chain is shining brighter than the one next to them. Which is okay, like that's where we like shiny things because we're kings and queens and all of this, we can go there. But one thing I think is until people have this like-minded, I guess, collective, nothing's gonna change. There's nothing, 40 acres and a mule, you can do whatever you want, 3 strippers and a pit bull, like, it doesn't matter. Like education and a different way of thinking. We're like brainwashed. So
But
I think.
see, but we don't hold each other accountable to bullshit. You know what I mean? Like I put it like this. When I was 15, I was arrested in New York. I had a gun put in my face for just being black while standing in my own neighborhood, right? I spent the night in jail. My mother whooped my ass, and then for 30 days, I had to fast from being around my friends. And I thought about it. It's people...
Friend fasting.
Friend fasting.
Your mama's a genius.
Yes. And let me tell you what happened. My mother is also a recovering addict, right? She's going on 27. She's going on 27 years off of that crack. You know what I'm saying? 27 years clean this year. And what she told me is,
got you to Auburn?
And got me to Auburn. Yeah, because here's what she said. She said, Jamar, it's the people, places, and things that get you in trouble, right? So I started to think about that, right? Like a chess player, I started to think about, if I want to do certain things, if I think I'm great, I got to remove myself from certain situations. No drinking, no smoking, right? Which I never did as a kid because I was like, I want to play ball, right? I want to do something with my life. And I changed my situation. I changed my framework. So here's the thing. Friends that I knew that were selling drugs and things like that, I thought about it like, y'all could have been selling drugs to my mama. Fuck y'all. If you Jay-Z, if you somebody out there who made money off of the hurting of other families in your own neighborhood, I don't got no respect for you. So I tell my mother, I was like, Mom, why you like Jay-Z? He probably sold you some drugs back in the day. And she laughs it off, but I mean that shit. We gotta stop respecting people that are tearing our hoods apart. I don't care for what color.
But watch this, though. But watch this.
Go ahead.
The world and the greatness of the one who controls it has the multiplicity of perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're right. But there are multiple right answers for every
You're right.
scenario.
Right. Absolutely.
Right.
When you look at Jay-Z, what you look at is a dude outside of the conditioning of the system.
Sure.
This motherfucker's worth $700 million with no high school education, a dropout. He was outside of the conditioning which allowed him to think in the creative way that he needed to think in order to get to a certain level. Now, do you agree with the level what he had to do to get there? No. But look at how he transformed his life, and look at how he turned his situation around. To me, I'd be out on the block with the young dope dealer and the thug nigga. I'd be out on the block. I had to be on the block because I got a son and a daughter on that block.
Right.
So I went to the block and said, y'all niggas banging? Yeah, we banging. So y'all know not to fuck with these two.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, that's the little homie. He going to the league.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
They in the Zoe Williams set.
But while I'm at it, the fuck you doing? You play chess? Nah, I don't play chess. Well, let me tell you about chess.
Mm-hmm.
There is a beginning, middle, and an end game.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's your end game? Right?
For this shit here.
For this shit here.
Yes.
Because in chess, you got to think ahead 3, 4, 5, 6 moves.
That's right.
Right?
Right.
And your beginning and middle game set up, alley-oop, your end game. Now, what traps are you setting for your opposition so you can exit this motherfucker? And how are you going to exit? Wait a minute, Pops. What all that shit mean? I'm going to holler at your ass tomorrow with the rest of it. Then I'm going to bring the board out here. Do you understand? So I understand what you're saying.
And that's only part.
But we got to give them tools so they can transition.
That's the next step.
Watch this.
Yeah.
Then
after we got education, we come to find out that the biggest drug on the planet is sugar.
You're right.
After you done ate half of the bottle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like heroin.
We're sitting around here with this heroin.
So knowing that,
yeah, it's heroin.
Knowing that sugar is actually the biggest drug on the planet that's killed the most people or whatever, how do you feel about Mr. Drug Dealer on the corner now?
Listen,
can we treat Mr. Sugar?
No. So here's the thing. So here's the thing. I totally understand that, right? I totally understand that. But here's my thing. I might hate what he's doing. That doesn't mean I hate him. I want to find a way for him. Yeah. I want to find a way for him to win, to be able to feed his family, but not have to do it at the destruction, right, of his own people.
There's a small amount of bovine feces in the comparison of sugar
It's a
to
small
the crack, and here it is.
Yeah.
Whatever his mama was going through, she wasn't going through for Snickers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do this joke on stage about weed and how they say it's addictive.
Mm-hmm.
No, crack is addictive. Crack will have you behind Ralph's sucking dick
dicks
for
for
some crack.
cheeseburgers, yeah.
If you
Hey,
sucking
this candy will too, though.
If you, you stupid. If you sucking dick behind,
We gonna catch Dr. G behind Ralph's.
if you sucking dick behind Ralph's for Snickers, you just like sucking dick behind Ralph's.
Now,
Hold on. Now, here's my real point with regard to this. There is a function that Jay-Z is the walking metaphor for.
Yes.
There is a function for selling dope to your own people. The Irish did it when they first got here. The Chinese did it when they first got here.
Yep.
We're the only people that haven't figured out what
How
you're
to
supposed
get
to
up
do
out of.
is to burn off the weak of you, take this money, and do something else with it. We get caught in, I got this money.
And holding it.
And holding it. Nigga will open 5 car washes if you can't figure out shit else.
Whitney got something.
And then Dr. G.
I got a little something. I get the sugar thing. Like, I get sugar kills. What I was trying to tap back into is what Zoe was talking about.
So wait a minute. CNH is the real Nino Brown? Okay, cool. Go ahead.
What I was saying though is what Zoe was talking about. When I talked about education, I'm not talking about going to universities where they're going to teach you this bullshit history that isn't your history because we don't know your history at all. Not that. Like, it doesn't matter if you graduated from any of these. Yeah, it's cool, good job, but it's this type of teaching. You going to talk to these kids. You going to talk to these kids.
Which
not
I do.
what's in these books. Like, I'm
Absolutely.
not knocking y'all books. I love your book, Dr. G. But I'm saying is like us teaching. Does that make sense?
100%.
A different type of education, not
100%.
the shit that was told. Oh yeah, by the way, we wrote this book about 17,000 times differently to make it favor us. Here, y'all read it and focus on that, and that's all you worry about. Like, that's not.
That's big.
We need to teach each other.
You're right.
You know what I think? And let me just say, we're in a bad situation for any of our leaders to crown themselves the best.
Sure.
At anything.
At anything. Because we got a lot of work to do. And I've always been the type of person to say, and you know, my kid will get mad at me. You know, my sons, my daughter, they get mad at me because I'll be like, Dad, you pushing me. And I'm like, well, listen, you celebrate when you've accomplished something, when you finish something. You don't celebrate in the process of building.
Pop champagne at halftime.
No, we don't do that. Just if you reach a certain benchmark, then you take a moment, you acknowledge it, because the moment you accomplish it, it's in the past and no longer retrievable except by memory. Wow. So now you got to keep pushing forward.
Stay away from me when I'm
can we talk about expectations for a second?
Sure.
Because my mother told me, Jamar, you ain't gonna be no bum. You have a brilliant mind. You're not gonna waste it. I'm sorry, and I'll do whatever I gotta do, even if I gotta lose my life to get you to understand that. And you gotta push your children to be more than they. It's almost like, when was the last time you heard a parent tell their kid, you're gonna be a savior for this world? Not to say that it's got to be all religious and high and mighty.
No,
but,
I see
but I'm
it.
just saying,
I see it.
yeah, you got to tell your kids that what you have for this world is something that it has to be shared because it can bring people together.
And only you can bring it.
And only you can bring it.
Your little portion of this reality, only you can bring it.
Whether it be as an artist, whether it be as a teacher, whatever it is, you gotta tell your kids the expectations are high, and you will meet them. There is no failing because there either is due or there is not due. That's
and you know
it.
what's interesting?
There's
Dharma.
no should in Swahili.
Yeah.
Right. It's the word the Hindus use is dharma.
Dharma.
Or the Buddhist, dharma. It's purpose.
Purpose.
When you seed purpose in the seed, don't wait until the seed is a plant and fruiting, because when it starts to fruit, whatever you put in that motherfucker is the fruit.
That's it.
And I always tell kids, you're an architect at birth.
Mm-hmm.
When you get old enough to recognize what you built,
ooh,
you see what I'm saying?
yes.
That's when it's too late to fix the foundation.
That's right.
See,
Cement's dry.
kids don't understand. When you're young, you're building.
You're building.
We're not
And
taught
we,
that.
we got it in reverse. We get to a certain age, then I'm gonna go do when I'm free and when I'm an adult, then I'm wait a minute. What did you build when you were a child?
If somebody had told me that in 7th grade. If somebody had told me that look, there is no dress rehearsal for your life.
Yes.
Okay, you in it. You in it. This is it, right? This is the way I speak to my children. I do not every time I whoop my son's ass. Every time I get some ass meat between my fingers, when we are done.
What happened?
There is oh, yeah. Oh, I gets that ass. I gets that ass. And when I get done, we have a character building session. Sometimes it's 30 seconds, sometimes it's 10 minutes. And he understands that I am not what I am sowing into you. And I tell this to a 9-year-old. I am not trying to make you better for you. I am working on my great-grandchildren.
Absolutely.
Right now. I am making sure that you are not going to be some woman's wishy-washy husband. You are going to know how to handle your shit. And when you don't, whenever you take the wrong road, I will be standing there and your little ass going to pay the toll.
So before we take our next break, let me just say this. True or false, 67% of black-on-black crime has experienced a sharp decline over the last 20 years.
True.
True.
According to the Department of Justice.
True.
Over the even with Chicago.
Even with Chicago.
Over the last 20 years, 67%
Most of them
decline.
crazy niggas and kill each other. True.
82% of white people are killed by other white people.
Absolutely true.
Absolutely.
So how in the flying blue flamed fuck are black people, black men in particular, still seen as the most violent?
Because the media portrays that.
Well, and what are we going to do?
Stop watching that media.
But let me tell you why it's brilliant. Whoever tells the story
controls
gets
the
to
narrative.
manipulate the narrative.
Yeah. Right.
So they control the narrative, and the moment you do some dumb shit and get caught up in their system of judgment, see, I told you.
I never let white folks off the hook for that. Whenever I'm in mixed company and they go, I certainly don't want to go in the hood, the white man, that's the safest place for you. Because there's no crazy white man that's going to chop you up if you go over into the jungle.
Because most black people see the crazy black man in the hood like,
what the fuck is he doing? And they know.
And they know not to fuck with him because somebody's going to come looking for him.
If I slap this white man, it's going to be 6 black helicopters in the air before he hit the ground.
We're going to fuck up all the trap houses.
Yes.
and we're gonna protect you from your children because they trying to kill you for that inheritance. They don't want to wait for it.
Wow.
We'll be back at 2.2 Zena.TV ZOWHAT morning show on fire. Blackface criminals. Are you one?
This is Quick Fix Radio.
Quick Fix Radio.
Yeah. Check it out, y'all. We back in the building. What's going on?
Yes, sir. What it do? We got some super special guests up in the place,
In
man.
the building, we got all 5 live in the building. Bone Thugs in the building. Everybody.
We up in here
Tonight, y'all. What's going on?
Hey man, I had to come see what this TV radio what this all about. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
We got Game on the line. Game, what's going down, baby?
What up? What up, Game?
What's going on? Oh man, we got E.P.O.T.U.S. Who is this on the phone with us?
Yo, what up, man? It's Akon.
Akon in the building. Who is this on the line?
Be real.
We got Be Real. Be Rizzy. What is we got on the line?
This Ty Dolla $ign right here.
What up, Ty Dolla $ign in the building. Thanks to all the fans for stopping by.
The Quick Fix with Crazy Bone, right here on T Radio V.
Hey everybody, Sean Astin here. You may know me from Goonies, Rudy, The Lord of the Rings, but actually my calling is as a political radio show host. So I am proud to announce that I am bringing my show, Vox Populi Radio, right here to T Radio V. Radio in TV. Thursdays, 12 to 2, live. Did I say that it's live? Live. Call in, tweet in, check in. It's going to be your show.
Because I want to know, when I leave here today, if I kill one of these officers, is it fair to me? Is it fair? Because they killed mine with no fairness. So I want to kill a few of y'all with no fairness. And I ain't scared to say it. I'm going to tell you to your face my feelings. I want to take a few of yours down so I can see your little bitch ass squirm in your panties. That's what I want to do, because you're not a man and you still haven't talked to me. But you go and talk to everybody else, and that's the part I don't understand about you. You know what I'm saying? You got a badge, you got a gun, but you still ain't talked to Miss Simpson. I'm never going to be quiet about this young man right here, because this young man right here meant something to me. This young man meant something to a lot of people. I got a 7-year-old son that I got to explain to every other day why y'all killed my son. And guess what I tell him? I don't know, son, because they ain't telling me shit. So how I'm going to tell my 7-year-old son the reason why y'all killed this big brother? Y'all just didn't take his life. Y'all took me and my family life. So from today, fuck this protesting shit, I'm going to start taking y'all lives. And then I
So,
feel like
hold on.
Uh-oh. There you go. Enough's enough.
Doc, set that video up.
Hold on. Did you just say you're going to take my what?
What?
I
that
think
a threat?
that's
Is that
a
a threat?
terrorist threat. That's a crime, and as a matter of fact, I'm pressing charges. Doc, set up this motherfucker.
Yeah, that's the LA Police Commission. So they're set up to provide oversight. Actually, they're set up to take the heat from the community when they kill people in the community. And so this is every Tuesday morning. It's open to the public. I go down there. I go down there every other week. We should go there. And so what it is, it's a place for the community, and a lot of Black Lives Matter there all the time. And they're just yelling about the injustices and the lack of accountability. And the point is, even though it looks like, a bunch of stiff robots up there, when you're being yelled at, you actually don't know what to say, especially when each person gets 2 minutes, because there's a lot of people that want to speak. And so when you're interrupting someone, your 2 minutes is up, it escalates. They are trying to do some things. I think there is a push in the last week to create a quicker release of videos of police shootings and things like that.
Why do they hold a video?
Well, okay. I don't have a good answer except one of the things I'm going to propose, because the whole thing. Tell me what you think of this, because I'm going to propose it to the commission, because I know some people there, and I'm sure they're going to just shove it down my throat.
You do.
I said, look, the world wants more transparency, and so what I'm going to suggest is, how you have random drug tests.
Yep.
What I want to propose is random ride-alongs by community members with police officers. They never know who's going to ride along with them, and they're going to bear witness. But the point is, the people from the community need to be able to report what they see. One of the complaints of police and sheriff's department about the videos is you're seeing things after the event has happened and the chase is on. What you're not aware of is what the report was when it came down, what instigated it. You have very little to go on. You're kind of uptight. You're holding on to whatever training you had. And sure, you have racial bias, but I'll tell you, you're trained to focus on quick and abrupt behaviors. I mean, sure, you may have an ingrown racial bias, but you're focused on quick movements, and I think the public needs to see that and also see what leads up to those videos, and then they can say, oh, the police are off the reservation.
Doc,
I love you.
Doc, no.
Start with love.
No.
Start with love.
Let me, Michael Jackson. This is out of love.
Just the way I wrote it.
Just play the record the way I wrote it. Okay. This is all out of love. Just first and foremost, we can't use the training as an excuse anymore.
Not at all.
And I'll tell you why.
It's been enough.
When you see video of white people wielding guns and officers showing restraint,
Duck.
Yes. Right.
They duck.
Duck.
Running,
Show
hiding.
restraint.
Yep.
So the quick response, they done quick response your ass 80 times when he pulled out the gun waving it. God damn it, what are you doing here? Yeah? Am I lying, Doc?
Have you seen that?
We just had some white folk take over a government building and was in there for a while.
With no bombs thrown in that building.
We just had
Let some niggas take over a church's chicken.
Let me just say, we just had a bona fide crazy white man go into a church and kill 9 black people praying, and they walked up on him quietly and took him to get something to eat.
Burger King.
Yeah, it's not training.
Come on, it's not training. You are trained to see black people in a certain way. Quick movements and responses from black people. And until that is addressed. See, let me tell you something. I don't want to give this up just yet. It's part of my final thought. But stereotyping. I always say police don't police people, they police stereotype. And the stereotype of a black man is that he is violent. We live in that movie, Birth of a Nation. We live in that movie. The stereotype in that movie is that we're hypersexualized and violence.
You want to help the situation. One of the things that I hear, and they can't speak up, is that the recruiting of black law enforcement is awful, meaning there are so few that are recruited. Now, granted, a lot of blacks
But you can't recruit black officers black people who already distrust the police system.
I understand.
It ain't
that's
that they
why
don't
the
want
numbers are down.
jobs. It ain't that they don't want jobs, and they don't like guns, and they don't like uniforms,
Yeah, my
and
brother's
they don't
a-
like
my brother's a
cars,
detective.
and they don't like shooting people, and they don't like authority. They don't like joining the people. That's like going up. That's like Bloods going over to the Rolling 60s to recruit Bloods. They go, wait, nigga, what? No, you was just over here shooting at us.
You have a blood drive over here with the cramps?
Right. I'm leaving. I'm getting in my car.
Blood drive. I can't do it myself.
So what should the police do? Okay,
Well, I just have like a little tidbit, and maybe this makes way too much sense for everybody else who's apparently stupid to get. Why should untrained civilians be responsible for police officers upholding what they said and trained to do? I don't understand why we're always putting on the blame of I don't know what to do when I have a gun pointed at my face. I'm sorry. I might run. First reaction, I might drop down. I might spit on somebody. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might call my brother. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't understand why it's the fault of this untrained civilian when these officers, my dad is a law enforcement officer. My dad is a lieutenant in a maximum security prison for 30 years. I know exactly what needs to be done in that certain situation, but I understand why the police who are trained don't ever have to uphold their end of the bargain.
Can you put up popprotocol.org? Popprotocol.org. Can you put that up there?
Doc, you promote this all the time.
No, because it's black owned. It was just we just got a 501c3, and Pop Protocol is pullover protocol. Master P is doing public service announcements.
Come
on. And the whole idea is how to train civilians and police when they meet, so it
Let him finish the
de-escalates.
thought then.
Okay. Here's your problem that you have in Doc. Even for you to see this as a feasible plan points to the
You don't
fact
think it's feasible?
No.
Okay.
That I don't think that you have ever face to face dealt with a predator on this level. That every morning when you go to 5th grade, Big Jimmy need to be driving trucks. This son bitch still in the 5th grade. Give me your lunch money. Give me your lunch money. Appealing to Jimmy's sensibilities and telling Jimmy that it's not
Jiminy
wrong.
Cricket? Okay, cool.
Telling that big head motherfucker, telling him that it is wrong to take lunch money is not going to work. Jimmy knew it was wrong to take lunch money when he was budgeting your lunch money before he came to school. The only thing that Jimmy respects is an equal or greater level of aggression.
You know, some of the most positive or effective projects against bullying, and let's see if you tear this apart, it's what you do to the bystanders to step in.
Yep.
It's the effect of the bystanders There was a famous quote that evil triumphs when good people do nothing.
Do nothing.
Absolutely.
Which
And
seems to
that's
be America,
wonderful.
which seems
But
to be 80% of America.
What it equals,
the 80-20
but I'm going to tell you
rule.
what it adds up to butterflies and Easter grass for me, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I grew up on the south side of Chicago, and I never went to the 6th grade. I made a double to the 7th grade, from the 5th to the 7th. I was small in the 6th grade. I was tiny in the 7th, and these dudes was handing me my head, and there was this one dude in particular that was giving it to me, and my mother got in touch with my uncles who were around my age.
You went to
and my
school
uncle,
at the Shawshank Redemption?
Nigga,
He went to school at Shawshank?
I went to school at Earl Elementary School on 61st and Hermitage. Those of you who know it, when you hear Inglewood in Chicago and where shit is going crazy, that's where I grew up. These dudes was giving it to me. My uncle Ernie came up to school. He said, "What time you get out?" I said, 2:30. Be standing there. I'm standing by the front door. He pulls up in a car with him and his homies. My Uncle Ernie gets out. This dude, Big Petey, 6'2" in the 8th grade.
Big Petey in
Big
them.
Petey, 6'2" in the 8th grade.
Oh, so he was by default the king of the school.
Yes.
There you go.
Mikey, the dude that was whooping my ass, I'm gonna change his name so he don't. Mikey was the dude that was putting it on me. He walked up to Mikey. He said, "Mikey, who is the baddest dude you run with?" He pointed at Petey. He went over to Petey and said, "Put him up." Petey put him up. He waxed Petey's ass and 2 dudes that was with Petey and told Mikey, "If you ever put your hands on my nephew again, you saw what I did to them. I'm going to tear your fucking arms off." I get in the car. "Oh, thank you,
That's
Uncle
a hell of a
Ernie.
threat.
Thank you. He said, "You shut up.
Oops.
That's going to work for 2 weeks. And they're going to be back on your ass. You are going to have to learn to defend yourself." And the hard fucking fact of life is we only have 2 recourses. The $1.2 trillion that we don't spend correctly, and we don't have that much time to spend it. Probably when you start spending it right, they're going to crash it. We have that, and we have the fact that white skin and police skin are looked at as far more expensive than black skin, and it seems to work in the reverse. When you
Jeff, you're hitting on
inverse
something
that,
great.
when you inverse that, if a police officer, like you say, if the bystanders see the police brutalizing somebody,
They need to get up on
and
them.
they just start stoning those motherfuckers and say, "Yes, you gonna kill me, but this is about fixing shit for my great grandkids." That's what all this meeting and talk. These motherfuckers know that. They know what they doing. They know good and hell well. I say this all the time. Good cops are not the symptom. Bad cops are the symptom. Good cops are the problem. Good cops are the problem. Any cop watching this right now, if you can close your eyes and I say the words "bad cop" and a motherfucker pop in your head, it's you. You know good and hell well who doing this bullshit. And y'all stand behind that blue line. Well, I'm going to tell you what. Keep with it. I'm not the one starting it. This is the truth whether I say it or not. That blue line about to get real bloody.
Damn, Jeff.
It is. You can't just keep fucking with people.
Hallelujah.
What you think make a Palestinian run up on a tank with a rock?
Enough's enough.
Enough's enough.
I know a lot of smart, educated, college educated, master's degree holding black folks that is getting their guns up right now.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, listen, we got to take a quick break. When we come back, the final thought. Zena.TV, ZOWHAT Morning Show. Blackface. We not all bad. We gonna have to change the narrative. Make the white face the bad guy. The black face is gonna be the good guy from now on.
Black cat is bad luck.
Black cat
Luke
is
Cage.
good luck.
No, black cat.
Luke Cage.
Bad
The white
luck.
cat.
Black guys, good guys wear black.
Yes.
What must have been a white guy?
The
started
white
all
ball
that.
is the only one that that's
Knock all the balls in.
behind the white ball. That's what we gonna do. We'll be
Luke
back
Cage.
at 2.2. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Everybody
everybody knows that relationships, when they break down, can be extremely hurtful, disappointing, frustrating, and the Cocoon was, the concept of it was created from a poem I wrote called The Human Chrysalis in my first book, The Rebirth of Seeds. And what I explained was, when you break up with someone, you need time and space to kind of flush out and process all of your feelings, all of your attachments, your evaluation of yourself, your evaluation of your partner, time to, you know, almost take inventory of all of the things that you are accountable for. So in chapter 3, you know, the Cocoon is designed for you to go inside and work out these problems or issues, and not only work them out, but actually take ownership of them before you jump into something else. So we wanted to create this space of healing, this space of kind of internal inventory before moving into the next situation with unresolved relationship debris.
You gotta let it go. There's a better day waiting for you, for you, for you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Zoe Williams' final thought. Let me just do this again. In the 2 hours we've been on, we've only gotten 3 donations. One of them in studio. Jamar Johnson, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. $25 from Jamar Johnson. John Coleman, an hour ago, $50. We appreciate that. And Christos Perry, 2 minutes after that, 58 minutes ago, $20. Listen, we need the birth of the VOR network to manifest itself, and it can only do that through cooperation. The reason why I start my final thought with this is because it ties into it. So go to GoFundMe.com and search the birth of the VOR radio network. We want to manifest this thing, and we need your help now. My goal is to raise $5,000 today. I think it's possible. I think it's possible because there's thousands of people listening right now, and we only got 3 donations. There are thousands. Right. Come on, man. Can you imagine Whitney with her own show on the VOR network with her girls on some fly cold shit? Jeff, what's the name of your show? The Inappropriate Hour with Jeff Brown.
All
Doc,
right.
what's the name of your show?
Keeping it G.
Pop Protocol.
Scaredofniggers.com. No, how to deal with
No,
niggers.
it's TW. It's TW. Token White Man.
Token White Man Hour. We're going to put people on. We're going to bring in the local high schools so we can train them how to do this. This is a real situation. So let me talk to you about today's show and the blackface criminal. Systems are in place to maintain power. Intellectual systems, economic systems, educational systems, real estate systems. All of that shit is in power or in place to maintain power. Let me tell you what black people's job is. Our job is to unify in order to force a change in the system.
Unification.
Jeff said it succinctly. Do you know white people will give up on the dollar? When I say white people, I'm talking about the ruling class, the power elite. Do you know they would abandon the dollar if we used it more effectively? Wait. They hip. They did what Dr. G said. They shorted Walmart. D-E-Y. They, meaning the diaspora of black people that George C. Frazier talks about when he talks about connecting the dots of the web. Black people collectively come together and use the dollar against the system by creating intellectual institutions, banking institutions, real estate institutions, business institutions that serve their own community. They will say, fuck the dollar. They'll abandon it and come out with an aluminum coin that only they got. I promise you, that is the job of black people in this society, is to unify in order to force a change. See, it happened before. When we hit them economically during the Civil Rights March, it was genius. It wasn't because they really gave a fuck about unity or equality or you. You fucked up the busing system. When you fucked up the busing system, you fucked up a portion of the economy. Wait a minute, niggas ain't on and off the bus. We might not like niggas, and niggas gotta get in the back. But now they not even on this motherfucker? Okay, we need to come to the table. We need to first set out a plan to kill this here nigga that organized all these other niggas. But in the meantime, we need to fix this situation to get that economy back into the system. Do you understand? So that's number one. This society runs by stereotypes. Stereotypes equal propaganda. Uh-oh. And propaganda leads to mind and resource control. Have you ever thought it odd that there's this push for black girl magic instead of black family magic, instead of black love magic? I love to see sisters win, but I don't like seeing sisters win by themselves with the notion that they don't need us. Centric, the first network for sisters, for women. That's a grand idea. But when our families are fragmented, it's an idea that I would hope sisters would push back and say, no, no. The first network designed for the upliftment of black love. The first network designed for healing black relationships. See, when you make the black girl magic, when black women in society are climbing up this ladder of society, and it's a poisonous society, what is that saying for black men? We're not magical. We're not worth anything. It's the inverse of the radical feminist idea that men are disposable. Damn, nobody wants to see it in that angle. Right? If the sister is embraced by a sick society and uplifted and put on a pedestal, and your men are getting kicked out of elementary school, and you're watching them getting booted out of school at every level, what is that telling you subconsciously? He ain't shit, but you are. Do you see? So, no disrespect to anybody, I'm saying some things that they offer us should be renounced until we fix what's wrong with us first. Because some accolades can create a wider division. You see? Black family magic over black girl magic, over black man magic, black love magic over all of that. See? I think that's important. Fragmentation does not beget wholeness. If I love the sister but not the brother, how does that engender balance in the family? See, these are basic ideological constructs that look good on the surface. Black girl magic, Solange, Beyonce, Rihanna, oh, Serena, oh, Simone, oh, Gabby, black girl magic. It's dope. I want to see the sister win all day in America, but I want to see us win more. Organization, unification, collaboration, cooperation. These are the keys to a successful society within a society that low key and sometimes overtly shows that you don't matter. Where was Centric with Sandra Bland? It's a network for sisters. Yeah? Centric should have a whole just series called Sandra Bland. How many sisters go missing? How many sisters got killed? Where is the Centric TV show for the sisters who were killed by police? Just for them. I want to see that. Where were the feminists for Sandra Bland? I want to see that. And I'm not just banging. I'm saying, don't look at an imbalanced gift from an oppressive hand like it's the key to the shackle on your wrist.
Right.
Because it's not. It might look like, oh, here's a sandwich because you starving, but it may have pork on it. It may have lard on it. It might not be good for you. See, you'll eat anything when you're starving.
Exactly.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Well, I felt like that was the kind of the same. Oh, I'm gonna just cut
Yeah, it's
you
the
off.
final
So
thought,
look,
yeah.
and continue.
Police officers should be trained in empathy and knowledge of the culture they're policing.
Absolutely.
You don't get to be a police officer unless you know us. You can't know us, really, unless you're around us, unless you're with us, unless you're one of us. And I'm not saying all police officers saying a black community should be black, but you remember the police officers like back in the day with Fred Sanford, Hoppy, and Smitty? Right? That white man didn't know that community, but he had a black police officer who did. And he served as a translator. And they wasn't like, let me arrest this motherfucker, it was, oh, I'm learning about the culture. And he was a star on the show. Listen, man, police officers are trained to uphold the stereotype that the black man is violent. They are trained to uphold the stereotype that the white man is not. The white man can get shot with a fucking rubber bullet. A black man gets shot with real ones. A white man can shoot a black man for fear that the black man may have a weapon. It could be a cell phone or a Snicker bar. It will get you killed. A white man can brandish a weapon fully loaded and get talked down. White people have to own that reality. You can't say slavery is over. This is not a post-slavery society until good white people go, hey, the shit I enjoy, my natural, normal living, I have to renounce parts of it as part of the problem. And until white people do that, there's going to be this problem. Until white and bang hard. Now, there's always been some white folk out there every now and again that would bang. But we got to get you out there in greater numbers. There has to be more Dr. G's. Dr. G will point out something that I think I need to address really quickly. Dr. G will say, white people would listen more if you kind of belayed your rage or if you kind of toned it down. But the Jews didn't turn their rage down. The Jews banged that drum all day in America, and they're not blamed for it.
But they pulled together.
But I got you. I can smoke a bag of pulling together. The point that I'm talking about is you don't get to tell us when we should be over our traumatic experience. You don't get to tell us how we should express our trauma. We've been traumatized by American culture.
Ongoing.
So to say, hey, you know, you might turn me off if you come in there with that rage. That woman in that council meeting is upset because she's afraid. You can't tell people who are afraid and traumatized to be rational and reasonable. Higher brain function and you have lower brain function.
I know I killed your son, but calm down.
The amygdala controls anger, and when the amygdala is turned on through trauma, sometimes that switch gets stuck.
Yeah, but the amygdala,
Are you telling me that the black people, their switch isn't stuck? 100 years of traumatization and re-traumatization? That's rhetorical, Doc. You can't blame us for being angry. But you owe us. You owe us. Listen, your life wouldn't have salt in it if it wasn't for our swagger. You wouldn't have flavor in your movement if it wasn't for us. You wouldn't have Jesus if it wasn't for black people. You wouldn't have rhythm if it wasn't for black people. You wouldn't know what it felt like unless we showed you. You owe us by virtue of coming from us. You owe us everything. And at the end of the day, you owe us respect. I'm Zoe Williams, and that's my final thought. Ladies and gentlemen, promote what you got.
Thomas T.J. Lofton, Loftin, webinars, business, learn how to become your own manufacturer. You should not be in business if you do not make your own products. That is how jobs are created. You pass it down to family and friends. Keep it going.
IamJamar.com. You can reach out to me there. Send me an email. I work for New York Life. We need to have every black person in America with at least $1 million of coverage, so we are worth what we are worth.
Whoop.
Yeah,
Dr. G?
I'm Dr. Mark. Just check me out. Go to Amazon. Check out my stuff there.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Jeff?
At GB Funny Style is a Twitter handle. Check me out on Facebook. I got a bunch of shit coming up. Stay tuned.
What's good, guys? This is Miss Tabor. You guys can check me out at MissTabor.com. Also, Twitter handle and Instagram at Miss Tabor, Taber.
Boo boo. Hey, who else we got? Myself. GoFundMe. GoFundMe. It's important. Aaron Gray, $25 8 minutes ago. Bab C, 10 minutes ago. $10. She said, or they said, it will happen. Continue to support. We got to go. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. Much respect. We'll see you next week with another heater. Holla.
He rash to a hater, death to a perpetrator, euthanasia. You basking, I'm robbing for the flavor. The paper, what it don't do. Expect you come through, expect me to pay up and get hit with none fool. You get none fool, gumshoe. For what?